So today I decided to do a video on conspiracy theories I believe. So I made a little list of the ones I believe and the ones I'm not too afraid to talk about, because some of them, do you really want the government knowing you're talking about them? Nah. So I'm talking about the safe ones. Theory 1. Your iPhone is listening to you. So you might be talking about going on vacation and you have your iPhone in your hand, you're talking to your girlfriends, you might want to go to Cancun for spring break, and then you go on your Facebook and you see these sponsored posts or these ads, and these ads are all about cheap trips to Cancun or like timeshares to Cancun, Mexico for spring break. Like, these ads are oddly very specific to you and your likes and your interests. I know recently, just straight out of the blue, I was talking to my mom about Mormons. I was talking to my mom about 90 Day Fiancé because there's a Mormon on this season. 2 seconds later, I get a notification on my phone about some Mormons. I'm Catholic, I'm not Mormon, and I'm Black. So why am I just getting a random notification about Mormons? I don't follow any Mormon newspapers. I don't know any Mormons. It's just like, as soon as I said, yep, so-and-so is a Mormon on 90 Day Fiancé, blah, 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 I get a notification about Mormons on my phone. And I know a lot of times, like, I'll talk about, maybe I used to talk about Muah a lot, and I would get ads about Muah on Instagram. It's weird, because these phones, they say they're not selling your data, but then I get these very personalized ads targeted at me and what I've been talking about for that day or for that week. Just think about. Okay, another theory is aliens. So back in the day, believing in aliens was like so far-fetched, you were crazy, but now it is more accepted, and I really don't consider them like a conspiracy theory. But what I do consider a conspiracy theory is Area 51. Sorry, I had to go disappear. My brother was calling me. So Area 51, that's where all the aliens are. It's where all the research is at, the weapons. No, I don't believe that, because if that was the case, I feel like you would have been in Area 51 by now. Like, you would have found a way to infiltrate it, and we just haven't. I think Area 51 is a tool to distract us from, I know, sound crazy, it's a tool to distract us from the real aliens in the real quote-unquote area that they are residing in, and where scientists are researching them and doing the little experiments. I mean, let's talk about aliens. They are a big part of pop culture now. We have alien movies. So people all around the place saying that they've been abducted by aliens. It is a part of science. We haven't really explored our solar system and just all the galaxies. We really haven't done that much. So there could be aliens. And multiple religious doctrines have all mentioned the presence of aliens. We just may not understand in what way or in what context that they exist. So another theory I believe in Now this isn't like a typical conspiracy theory. This is something I talk about a lot. So these IG models, these like musicians who never actually release any music, like Rito, they're always on these super yachts, these mega yachts, or they're in Dubai or Greece, or staying in these lavish mansions and hotels every other weekend. But if your only job is selling flat tummy tea, how are you able to afford that? How are you able to afford to party and have this lavish lifestyle with these designer bags if you're only doing flat tummy tea? So I think these Instagram models are on these yachts pose as high-class escorts or prostitutes. So now there's a difference. Escorts, oh, they're just like the arm candy. So you see an old man, he's rich, he's very affluent, and he'll have this cute young blonde on his arm. She doesn't have sex with him. This is not a sexual exchange. She's just there to go on a date with him or to pose as his girlfriend. That is an escort. A prostitute, that's illegal, and that is sexual. You are exchanging sexual favors for money. Now, escorting can turn into prostitution, but I just wanted to make that clear. I'm not saying all these Instagram models are engaging in sexual activities. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay, so don't go under like Beneath Borregos or I don't know, Leo Galore saying, Gigi said you're having sex with these old men on yachts. No, I'm not. And there have been a bunch of like whistleblowers going around and saying what they had to do with these older rich men in like Dubai, and these women aren't just like engaging in like casual sexual activities. These women are being degraded, they're being spat on, abused, they're being used as toilets. Like I've heard how some of these men in Dubai will poop in a woman's mouth for like $45,000. Like he'll eat his poop, his pee. I don't think $45K is worth all that. because when you do it once, you're marked for life in those circles. If you get this offer, don't think, okay, I'll do it once and no one would know about it and I'll just like go on my merry way. No, because these people would know. These women are now marked for life in those circles for those degrading sex acts. And unfortunately, there have been reports of these Instagram models with like 10K, 15K, 30K followers going missing or being found dead on these yachts after a night of partying and hardcore drugs and drinking. It was like a suicide. Now, we don't know what is actually going on those yachts. Like, there aren't any cameras, and those probably hella NDAs. Because, as I said, discretion is key. So, that is a little suspicious. Like, what are these girls doing on these yachts that have led to so many deaths or suicides? And think about it this way. You see these Instagram models, and they're living these lavish lifestyles, so on these $1 million yachts. How are they able to afford that? When those the doctors who can't even afford that. So why you think these models with only 45K following all this on these yachts? The eye candy, the arm candy, the fun to hang out with, the yachting, the doing what they had to do to make that money. It's like the casting couch. Like these actresses will go to these casting directors, and one thing leads to another, and they're on the quote-unquote casting couch, and now she has a role. She may not have been the most talented, but she wanted it the most. And I doubt Flat Tummy Tea is paying these people that much money where they can be on yachts all the time, or be in Dubai and Greece staying in these lavish mansions. Like, that's just not happening. So when you see those girls on those yachts, don't be too jealous, because they know how they got there. Now, another thing I want to talk about is a little dark, but it's about like sex trafficking, missing persons, and most recently, Jeffrey Epstein. I think that's how you say his last name. Honestly, I don't care. I don't think he deserves that. So, he has been indicted on these on like sex trafficking charges. He has his private jet that people refer to as the Lolita Express, and Lolita has the connotation of underage women, because there's a movie in a book called Lolita, and it's about an underage girl trying and an older man in their relationship, and it's not an appropriate relationship. So there are thousands of missing persons cases where we never find the body, the motive, it just disappeared without a chance. And I found recently that 1 in 7 at-risk runaways have been linked to a sex trafficking ring. A few years ago, especially I think around when Hillary was running for president against Trump, there was Pizzagate. Obviously, Pizzagate is not real. For one, it's ludicrous. But it's interesting that a lot of the politicians suspected in Pizzagate have all been seen on the Lolita Express, like Bill Clinton, for this royalty, and even Trump himself. Let me just paraphrase this. He said, Epstein, he's a wonderful guy, and similar to me, he has a taste in beautiful women, especially the younger ones. Someone just told on himself. So I think it's interesting. Obviously, Pizzagate was planted to distract from the real issues and probably to affect Hillary's run in the election and whatnot. But it's interesting that the same names are now being brought up in this court case. Like Jeffrey Epstein, he is a sexual offender. He preys on minors. These are all confirmed facts. That's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your favorite conspiracy theory, and maybe I'll talk about it in another video. Much love.